Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Fun fact, it took 8.5 hours for the first round of makeup for Jim Carrey. The film came out in 2000 and stars Jim Carrey, Christine Baranski, and Taylor Momson, and was directed by Ron Howard. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. How the Grinch Stole Christmas tells the story of the Grinch and his dog Max, whose only goal is to ruin Christmas for Whoville. He has been rejected by Whoville because of his looks and has grown to hate the town because of it. In comes Cindy Lou Who, shows the Grinch kindness and shows that not everyone is bad. In the end, the Grinch's heart grows, and he now knows that Christmas is filled with cheer and joy, and there's no reason to ruin that. The film's cast is legendary. You have Jim Carrey, who has starred in Bruce Almighty and a series of unfortunate events, Christine Baranski, who is in Mamma Mia and The Good Wife, Jeffrey Tambor, who was in Arrested Development and Hellboy, Taylor Momson, who is in Gossip Girl and Spy Kids 2, Island of Lost Dreams, Bill Irwin, who was in Legion and Law and Order, SVU, Molly Shannon, who was in Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, and Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. You might recognize the narrator's voice also because it's legendary actor Anthony Hopkins, who you may remember from The Silence of the Lambs and Westworld. It was directed by Ron Howard, who directed films like Solo, A Star Wars Story, and Frost Nixon. How the Grinch Stole Christmas is actually based off of a book that was written by Dr. Seuss that came out in 1957. The book itself is kind of short, so there were parts added to the movie to make it a theatrical length. Jim Carrey was born for this role. He shines as the Grinch, and his ability to make his performance so outlandish and crazy just fits so perfectly into this movie. He is hilarious as a Grinch and embodies how disgusted the Grinch is, as well as coming off funny while doing it. He really gave his all while doing this role. When I watch The Grinch, there's some themes that I notice that come up. You aren't born evil. It's something that kind of manifests based off of your circumstances. The Grinch was ridiculed when he was a kid because of his looks, and in turn, he ended up hating the city because of it. Also, just don't judge a book by its cover. Cindy did what any logical person should do when determining someone's character. She did her research to figure out why the Grinch was like how he was. From this, she learned that the Grinch was not born mean, he was just mistreated. And so she decided to show the Grinch that not everyone is mean and that there are some good people out there. Cindy is a good example of a person who just makes their own decisions. No matter how young or old you are, you should always make your own decisions. Don't be sheep. The citizens of Whoville are what I call sheep just because they were told that the Grinch was bad, and instead of trying to get to know the Grinch, they all just took that information and just accepted it as fact. The citizens of Whoville also don't know the true meaning of Christmas. The citizens all think it's about buying presents and fail to realize that Christmas is not about the gifts, it's about spending time with your family. The mayor of Whoville is just evil and corrupt, and he only thinks about himself. Jeffrey Tambor does a great job as the mayor, showing how corrupt and greedy politicians can be. The mayor also hates the Grinch simply because of the way he looks, which is just trash. The citizens of Whoville all hate the Grinch, but the Grinch also hates the town as well. It's funny to see in the film, but it's also funny how when someone says the Grinch's name, the whole city comes to a halt as if some big catastrophe just happened. When you learn the mayor is the reason why everyone hates the Grinch, you'll come to hate the mayor even more. Also, those kids were so mean to the Grinch when all he was trying to do was make a thoughtful Christmas gift. I just love the storyline on the Grinch and how he goes from being evil to being nice. I love how this movie is a story of change. We are given a set of circumstances, and that may define how our life might be, but we are always able to change. Sometimes we just need a little push in the right direction. I love that these themes are included in this movie because I feel like it's teaching you about judging someone without knowing their history. This movie is teaching you something while also keeping you entertained. My favorite scene in The Grinch comes after the Grinch has been invited to the jubilation and he's trying on clothes and nothing fits right. He tries on the last outfit and then he says, "That's it, I'm not going." It's funny to see him in isolation, basically having his dog judge these outfits, and you can tell he's going a little crazy. I love this scene because it's definitely something that we've all felt when we're getting ready to go somewhere and nothing is just looking right, and so we're just like, forget it, I'm not going. So I think that at one point of our lives, we've all been the Grinch. I love how this film is showing that the true meaning of Christmas is not buying all these presents, but it's enjoying and spending time with your loved ones. Cindy makes you question if it's worth being stressed buying gifts, when in reality you should focus on being with your family. Sometimes we just need movies to remind us of this. Also, just in general, treat people with kindness, no matter how they look. I think How the Grinch Stole Christmas is just a fun movie to watch around Christmas time to get into the Christmas spirit. So I say, get some hot chocolate and watch with the family. Thank you for watching my video. I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. If you have not subscribed, please do so you can keep up to date with more of my videos. But besides that, everyone stay safe, have fun, and goodbye.